For months, expectations surrounding Windows 12 were rising rapidly. People believed it would bring a much smarter operating system, with new AI features and a complete design refresh. Early internal builds suggested Microsoft was working on tighter integration with cloud services, smarter multitasking tools, and a brand new settings menu. But behind the scenes, Microsoft ran into something that completely reshaped their entire timeline: Qualcomm's delay. At the center of Windows 12 is AI. Microsoft is aiming to turn its operating system into a smart assistant that works across apps and devices. They want Windows to become aware of what a person is doing, predict what they might want next, and act as a bridge between files, tasks, and communication. This all depends on something called NPU performance. An NPU, or Neural Processing Unit, is like a brain inside the computer that is built to handle AI tasks locally without using the cloud. For this AI-powered experience to feel fast and useful, the NPU must be incredibly powerful, and that is exactly where the delay began. Microsoft planned to build Windows 12 around Qualcomm's Snapdragon X Elite processor. It is a new chip meant to rival Apple Silicon, with better battery life and faster speeds than Intel or AMD chips. But Qualcomm told Microsoft it needed more time. The chip was supposed to be available in early 2024, but then got pushed to mid-2024, and now certain devices may not ship in full volume until early 2025. Without this chip, Microsoft cannot fully roll out the AI features that define Windows 12. This delay forced Microsoft to rethink the release strategy entirely. At one point, they were planning a big reveal in June 2024, with a wide rollout starting in October. The new plan is much more cautious. The operating system is now being referred to by many as just a regular update, not a major new version. Internally, it is being called Windows 11 24 H2. That name may be temporary, but the change in tone is very real. Microsoft is shifting from launching something groundbreaking to rolling out updates in phases, possibly stretching into the first half of 2025. Microsoft has already begun testing some of the features meant for Windows 12 inside preview builds of Windows 11. AI-powered file search, smart snapping layouts, and even Copilot improvements are arriving early. These were supposed to be exclusive to Windows 12, but Microsoft is now slowly blending them into current versions. This might make Windows 12 feel less exciting when it does arrive, since so many features will already be familiar. But Microsoft believes it is more important to prepare users and avoid a rushed, incomplete launch. There is also a deeper reason behind this delay. Microsoft wants to avoid another Windows 8 situation. When Windows 8 launched, it introduced big design changes that confused many users. Touch-first interfaces on non-touch computers and missing features made the operating system hard to use. Microsoft does not want to repeat that mistake with Windows 12. They want it to feel modern, but also familiar. And to achieve that, they need time. The longer Microsoft waits, the more they can test AI features, adjust their behavior, and make sure they work properly on real devices. Rushing the launch could cause crashes, lag, and poor battery life. And in an age where AI is expected to work instantly, any delay or mistake could make users give up on it entirely. Even the design of Windows 12 is changing slowly over time. Early leaks showed floating taskbars, glass-like menus, and compact window controls. Some of these changes are still in development, but others have been pushed back or redesigned. Microsoft wants the new design to work on all kinds of devices, from tablets to laptops to powerful desktops. But finding the right balance is not easy. Each small change can affect usability, accessibility, and performance. One major example is the new Settings app. It was meant to replace Control Panel completely, but Microsoft now plans to keep both for a while. Too many system features still rely on the older Control Panel, and removing it too soon could break things for advanced users and IT teams. By delaying Windows 12, Microsoft can finish moving more tools into the modern Settings app and avoid major problems. Microsoft is also using the extra time to prepare developers. Windows 12 will likely introduce new rules and tools for app creators, especially those who want to use AI. Microsoft wants apps to run faster, use less power, and work well with the new NPU hardware. Developers need time to update their apps and test them properly. If Windows 12 launched too soon, most apps would not be ready, making the new features feel useless. A smoother rollout gives developers the space to catch up and deliver better experiences. There is another part of this delay that may surprise people. Intel and AMD were also not ready. While Qualcomm is leading the NPU push, both Intel and AMD are still working on their high-performance AI chips for laptops and desktops. Intel's Lunar Lake and AMD's Strix Point chips are expected to launch later in 2024, but their timelines are not fully in sync with Microsoft's. Launching Windows 12 early would have created a situation where only some laptops could use the full set of features. That would confuse buyers and hurt sales. Microsoft wants to wait until all major partners are aligned. During this time, Microsoft is also refining its AI assistant, Copilot. They want it to go beyond simple suggestions and become an essential tool for every user. That means making Copilot useful in more apps, across more workflows, and with better personalization. For example, future versions of Copilot could help summarize meetings, edit photos, organize documents, and even answer questions about your files. But for this to work, Copilot needs deep access to the operating system, and that level of integration takes time to develop securely. All of these factors together show why Windows 12 is not just another update. It represents a shift in how operating systems are built. Instead of focusing only on speed or design, Microsoft is building an operating system that learns and helps. That kind of change does not happen overnight. It requires better chips, smarter software, and a clear understanding of what users actually want. The delay may be frustrating for those hoping for a big launch, but it also shows that Microsoft is taking this transition seriously. They are avoiding shortcuts, choosing to build something more complete. By the time Windows 12 does arrive, it could be the most advanced version of Windows ever created, blending intelligence, design, and flexibility in a way no past version has done. The most interesting part is that Windows 12 may never be released as one single update. Instead, Microsoft may choose to introduce its biggest features over time, hiding the version number behind continuous upgrades. This would mark a break from the past, where each version had a set launch date. It also reflects the new way people use technology, always updating, always improving. People who upgrade their PCs in late 2024 or early 2025 are likely to see many of these features already built into Windows 11. Then, sometime in 2025, Microsoft could quietly rebrand the experience as Windows 12, once all the pieces are in place. That includes the hardware, the software, the security layers, and the AI tools. Windows has always evolved with the needs of users. In the 1990s, it became the standard for home and office computers. In the 2000s, it added networking and media tools. In the 2010s, it pushed toward mobile-style interfaces and the cloud. And now, in the 2020s, it is becoming intelligent. That journey cannot be rushed. The real reason Windows 12 is delayed is not just because of chips or schedules. It is because Microsoft is changing what an operating system is supposed to be. This delay is not a step back, but a step deeper. A sign that something much bigger is being built. Something that does not just run programs, but understands them. Something that does not just manage files, but helps create them. Something that does not just respond to commands, but thinks ahead. And that is the real story behind the delay of Windows 12. AI PCs.